Today I'd like to talk about the Dragon Riders of Pern series, because a few days ago I finished. Because in the past week I've finished Dragonflight, Dragon Quest, The White Dragon, Renegade to Pern, and All the Wheels of Pern, and I have thoughts. It's a very good series, and I have thoughts. But I need to get ready first. Obviously, I need to charge my magic a bit more to get it fully on the first time next time. Let's give it one more try. There we go. Now I'm ready. I'll see you after the intro now. Welcome, heroes and villains, to Fjook Enterprises YouTube channel. Take a moment, relax, stop your bickering, and just enjoy the show. As mentioned before the intro, I want to talk about the Dragon Riders of Pern series, because I just finished All the Wheels of Pern, and that ending is awesome. That could be because while the previous books tell an individual story, it's not finished, but a lot of the major plot points end in All the Wheels of Pern. Some things that are said in All the Wheels of Pern got me to thinking, such as how the dragons teleport via telekinesis, the ability to move things in the mind, allow dragons, fire lizards, and watch warriors, or dragon folk, to teleport. Which leads me to believe that in a future installment, probably all the skies of Pern, maybe the dolphins of Pern, will go into how the dragons can actually do telekinesis if they can use if the telekinesis is why they can fly, which makes sense that a dragon can lift as much as a dragon thinks they can lift. But I don't understand how being able to move things with your mind allows you to go from point A to point B, whether that be point A place, point B place, or point A time, point B time. I don't understand how moving things with your mind lets you teleport. Like, seriously, someone explain how that works to me? I think the main characters, it might not be an ensemble cast, but the main characters are Flaw, Lessa, Fenor, Jackson, Paima/Melanie, and Master Robinson. You have some secondary characters like Brecca, and Turan, and Gador, but those are the main characters of most of the books. The exception of the books I read that this doesn't fall for is Renegade to Pern, which in Renegade to Pern, unlike the other books where you have antagonists, people that are trying to thwart the plot, including in All Wheels of Pern you have antagonists, but you don't have a real villain. Sure, lots of vile things happen, the antagonists do a lot of vile things, but there's a difference between an antagonist and a villain. And the only book that I feel that has a villain is Renegade to Pern, with Lady Holdless, Telgar, who has a big-ass character flaw. She needs revenge on all those that spite her. Whether it's a real spite or an imaginary spite, she needs revenge on people that spite her. Another flaw she has, not her major character flaw, but another flaw she has is she's terrified of dragons. Like, to the point where dragons, just the mention of a dragon, will ruin her plan. It's also in Renegade to Pern that you learn that the traders, the people that were in charge of storage when they were colonists, have kept their last names. I don't know the reason behind why they kept the last name, but they kept the last name. All trade dragons, to my knowledge, have last names. Dragon Quest, Dragonflight, The White Dragon, and All the Wheels of Pern tell a complete story, which is how the Dragons Riders of Pern, mainly Flaw and Lessa, make sure that this is the last pass and threadfall that will ever happen to Pern. How they defeat the 25,000-year-old enemy thread, which comes every 200 to 400 years. 200 is a regular interval, 400 is a long interval. There have been 2 long intervals. They not only make sure there's no more thread that passes through, they also make sure that there will never be any more thread anywhere. They genocide the species. They mention that there are intelligent threads. They still genocide the species. And by they, I mean the computer. They don't realize they're genociding the species. But the computer that's helping them knock the red planet completely out of orbit so it never comes back and drops thread also overkills and genocides the whole species. I don't like that. Dragon Riders of Pern is a great series. I will probably get back to it at some point, but I have other books I want to spend my Audible credits on, and other books, physical books I need to read. So, but before I go, I would like to go over something I mentioned earlier and I don't think I went into too much detail on. The watch wearers who were created to fight thread, they're not treated that well. They're not treated well at all. They're treated horribly, actually. Very. I'm glad a craft hall came around to preserve them, because there was at a point where they almost went completely extinct from what I've been told. The dragons are intelligent, is what I'm saying. Fire lizards are somewhat intelligent. They're as intelligent as, I would say, a police dog. And watchwears are more intelligent than the dragon lizards, but they're treated like... Just imagine you're writing a book and you want to show that a person is cruel, so you have them have a dog and you treat them cruelly. That is how all watchwears are treated. Which is sad, because they're highly intelligent. Just because they can only see in infrared vision doesn't mean they're not intelligent. Doesn't mean they don't have uses. Obviously, this book series has left me with a lot more thoughts than normal, because here we are. I'm talking about it. And I hope the editing went well. I hope the video goes well. And I'll see you the next time I do a video like this.